Hello, this is MrYellowGiraffe. Welcome back to my hardcore forever world. So, I am currently in a race against the clock. I just got the clip of the end of last episode recorded and put into my editing area and started the render on that episode. There was a couple of things that I forgot to show off in that video. If I go around this way, up here, I added another staircase to the top. I added a few trees going up. You saw the trees. Finishing off the forest, I also added this little cobblesmith here. And he's got his own little house with a bed, as always. So, in this episode, I am preparing to upload a YouTube short talking about Saint Valentine, who is, I'm 99% sure, also the patron saint of bees, because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It is currently 2:30 a.m., February 3rd. I want to build an entire apiary and a whole bee farm and meadery for talking about this to be in the background of the video. Why do I do these things to myself? So, I really need to get to work on that. If I go to the material list, I need a lot of stuff. I need dirt, stone, water, grass, andesite, big thing, wildflowers. Pretty sure this is wrong. I think I need 4 shulker boxes of wildflowers and pink petals. That's gonna be a pleasant time. There's grass there. I need a lot of dandelions, a lot of the other flowers, and just kind of a lot of blocks. And I have about 24 hours to get all of this. So, well, I don't know why that's there. I don't know how to get rid of that. Apparently I can relog to get rid of that. So, first thing I have to do, I need a lot of bone meal. Easiest way to get a lot of bone meal is moss. Just clear out my inventory and stick all of this into a composter. Then, while that is composting, I can work on cutting down trees and other things like that. All of this moss is going to go back into the moss farm to make more moss, to make more bone meal, because I need a lot of bone meal to get all of the flowers and that stuff. Do I still have? I do. Okay. I'm going to finish that. Then all of this is coming with me. I can't do that because my inventory is full of moss. There we go. This is going to go down by this area. Yeah, I literally recorded the previous episode's finale, like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, and just got everything set to render and stuff before hopping back on to start on this. Which, that is fun. Definitely a word for it. Put that in there. There we go. Now I need to grab the moss that I stuck up there, but first I'm going to grab pale moss saplings, because I need pale oak trees to get pale moss, not pale moss, I need pale oak wood. That's the right block. It is late and I am tired, so I am going to just chop down a bunch of pale oak trees. I'm not sure how much I need. Okay, let's get this gone. This was from while I was building some of the houses down there. I needed more of the wood, and that is all going away. So the build that I am planning to build in this episode is all basically the concept piece for the next big area that I'm wanting to work on, which this episode and possibly the next episode are going to be working with. And then I have all of the build for the next section over here already, and that is what I have planned so far. And I have almost this whole area already to go as well, to get all of this part of the peninsula filled in, by the docks up to all of this. Unfortunately, I did not manage to get the rest of it done before New Year's, because it's a little bit after New Year's now. Okay, I am going to turn on a time-lapse, start cutting this down and just kind of walking, and I will pop back up in a little bit with more updates. It just started raining. I was about to come back and say that it's been an hour. It is currently 3:37 a.m. And yeah, this is now finishing recording, so I'm gonna, okay. Yeah, it's currently 3:37 a.m. I've done a lot of material gathering just around my base. I have the material list on the side there that will not go away. I really wish it would. Yeah, it's stuck there. I'm not sure how to turn it off, and learning how would take time. I'm currently gathering cherry saplings because that is a resource that I need. I don't need cherry wood, just cherry saplings. Cherry wood, like, it's not gonna hurt me to have, so that's all good with me. Yeah, I will show you what I've currently got in a minute once I am done cutting this tree down. Just finished watching today's Impulse video talking about his server room. I'm thinking about adding some of the Hermitcraft mods, possibly like the armor stand mod. I think that could be interesting, just for like block displays and stuff like that, and possibly like the heads mod or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, I do some other like game changes and stuff that they do, so that could be interesting. Like, I have it so that Enderman can't steal blocks. So this is mostly all of my white stuff, and I've got some cherry stuff in here too. Bundle with more blocks in it. This shulker box is basically done. These both need to be wildflowers. These both need to be pink petals. This is other, like, various flowers, and that is why I'm filling up the cherry. I also need string. This is just kind of a task. And I keep running back and forth between this and my moss farm to bone meal it. I plan on building a better moss farm soon. That's actually one of the things that's going to go near the stuff that I want to build in this episode. But that is later, and I want to get this done for what is chronologically tomorrow, on the 14th. This is a pain. Why do I do things like this to myself? I need to quickly sleep, then do a flight check to make sure nothing is on fire. I also might turn fire spread off. That could be helpful. Okay, that does not appear to be fire. So, I have this apiary, and I like it, but I'm wanting an, like, auto honey farm and stuff. And I originally designed this on Valentine's Day years ago, back for the first attempt at the hardcore world, because this is technically the second attempt. I died stupidly in the first one, like, while recording episode 2. I think episode 1 is still up on my channel. But yeah, this is technically the second world, and I designed that, the domes for the first one. I'm not super happy with it. I don't think the idea of bee domes is great. Since then I've learned so much about building. But yeah, I'm wanting to build a apiary and stuff like that. And I figured, why would I need an apiary? What purpose is it serving in this world? And then I thought, like, what's the biggest industry that I can think of that honey is involved in historically? And my only idea that I could think of at the time was alcohol. So, building a beetle. Yeah, that's the idea. I don't know how much of this you're gonna see. I really don't. My plan is to kind of edit this as I'm going. And while I upload the video that I finished editing, the video finished rendering about an hour ago. It finished very close to when I started it. Probably closer to 45 minutes rather than the hour. But yeah, that is finished, and I will get that uploading to YouTube while I fall asleep. Let's adjust myself in my chair. Yeah, I'm going to go back to time-lapsing and just gathering resources, and I will give another update once I either complete a box or before I go to sleep. I will see you then. Okay, so it's been about another hour, and I have gotten this box done. I've got all the cherry, gotten a bunch of just other miscellaneous things. That's how many dandelions I need for this. How much mossy cobble I need. This is good. I've got this. I have no clue in this build where I use magma blocks. No fucking clue. But I apparently need 24 of them, so I've got 32. This is still full. I'm currently making bone meal so I can power the moss farm, so I can use bone meal, because I need so much bone meal. Basically, I've just been running back and forth between these two areas, putting bone meal in to try and do stuff. Tomorrow I'll have to go out and get, I did not mean to do that. Get mud and get stuff like that, which that should be fine. Actually, how much mud do I have? Do I have any? Have a little bit. Actually, I don't need mud. I can make mud there. I need muddy mangrove roots. How many do I need? Square placement, configure material list. I need 11 stacks. Okay, so I'm gonna go get mud. Make muddy mangrove roots. Okay. Yeah, I am planning to get off for the night and go back to get the video done and get that uploaded of the previous episode so I can be live tomorrow, and then I can go to sleep and stuff. Because I am tired. Because it's 4:36 a.m. sticks I need. Okay. So yeah, that is it for today. I will... No, wrong button. I will see you tomorrow. Hello, it is currently 6:22 p.m. Excuse me. And I have just logged back in to begin gathering all of my resources and stuff. I just took the screenshot images before I left last night. No, this is the right button. I think I need to go and load the schematic again. Scope placement, configure, materials list. Yeah, I need to load the schematic again. Then, I also need to just go and gather a bunch of mud and muddy mangrove roots. So I will go out to the mangroves to do that. We'll go with some choco boxes. Probably not gonna fill all of these, but it's good to have on me. But yeah, that's what the building is. Not the building, but the whole area is going to be. I'm purposefully looking away from it so you can't really see it. It is currently just about 8 o'clock. I'm still gathering resources. But look at this little guy. Hi. So cute. Hi there. Are you going to dig up all of the torch flowers? Yes. So I could only find one sniffle. I tried finding 2. That way I could eventually breed them and stuff. So I'm gonna need to get another one at some point. But for the fact that I only need 7 torch flowers for this, one should do for a while. And I need to sleep and then check for fires. Because that's the 3rd thunderstorm while doing this. So, I've gotten pale moss, stone blocks, and some other stuff. All of my muddy mangrove root, a bunch more stone, all of the bamboo, more mud, some other things, bamboo things, and I'm still needing a lot of that. Yeah, this is basically all that is left, and this is the most things. So, yeah, I'm just going to get back to work and update you guys in a little bit. I hope to be able to start building at around 10 tonight. Okay, I am back. It is currently 11:33. I almost said 53. I'm glad it's not 11:53. And I am here. I'm going to start doing the terraforming. I'm going to start with the bridge, and then start on the landform, and then move into getting details and stuff in. That way it all looks nice. But yeah, I'm going... Darn you, Patty the Platypus! Yeah, I'm going to do that, and... I'm slightly losing it right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I didn't manage to get all of the materials. I don't think I'd have time to build it if I did, because I need to build flower farms and a bone meal farm and stuff like that. So, before the video that's, like, currently you're seeing comes out, I am going to gather all of that stuff and do all of that and, you know, get that stuff done so that I can finish this for the video and then get that uploaded probably like next week from when I'm recording it. But yeah, I'm going to start terraforming all of this, and I will see you after that to talk about it. Welcome back. It is currently 5:30 in the morning on on February 14th. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of sanity. This cow's gonna face a calamity. Yeah. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't need his skin. So I've gotten the terraforming mostly done through this whole area. This should be a glass block. Of course, I don't have any glass blocks. yeah, I've gotten the terraforming mostly done. Next thing is starting to build the buildings in here. I've gotten, like, cutouts and stuff where they go. Yeah, getting the buildings and stuff in so that then I can do the next layer on top of it, which is all of the fine detail work. I'm getting a little bit of that done today, and then I'm calling it, because I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. You can probably tell by how I am talking. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go back to work. Hello, this is MrYellowGiraffe. I don't need to be saying that right now. It is 6:51 a.m. I have just started writing the script, so I can know how long this needs to be to edit it. That should go fairly quickly once I'm able to start it. But, yeah, the sleep deprivation's really starting to hit. The meals are looking back now. Yeah, I hope I can get this done soon. Hello, happy Valentine's Day. In honor of the holiday, here is some fun information about St. Valentine. Valentine's Day was St. Valentine's feast day, similar to how St. Patrick's Day is dedicated to St. Patrick, although both have lost much of their original symbolism. St. Valentine's feast day was associated with traditions of courtly love, which we have to thank for things like the addition of Sir Lancelot into Arthurian mythos. He is the patron saint of Tion, a city in Italy. Additionally, he is also the patron saint of epilepsy and beekeepers. I found a lot of sources talking about him being the patron saint of beekeepers, but unfortunately, I can't find the answers to why. I've seen articles saying he was in charge of ensuring the sweetness of honey, and that the start of when beekeepers would begin checking their hives was on Valentine's Day. But that's about all I was able to find. In honor of St. Valentine's beekeeping, I've added a new apiary to my hardcore world. If you're interested in more builds like this, or other odd knowledge, please consider subscribing. Hello, it is currently 4:19 a.m. on February 20th, and just based on the fact that I'm doing everything by time in this episode, it's been a little bit. I made this short, as you have now seen, and I used my creative copy of this world that I do building and stuff in to get all of the flowers and to get, like, the final shots of it. But yeah, this is where it is currently. And I would like to finish it for this episode, but I need to get flowers and all of that stuff to get all of the area here. And I am out of bone meal and stuff like that. I have a bunch of flowers, but I still need to go through and place them all. In the meantime, is part of a future project, and so I can get all of the flowers and stuff to do that, I have built a moss farm that is going in this hill. Yes, it will look less out of place in the future. I forgot one of the blocks for it. Okay, so I have designed I haven't designed it. I've put a moss farm in this location that will hook up into another thing that I've been working on in the future. But building it now, the video I will have linked here. If I look and see whose tutorial did I follow. It is a moss farm by someone called TheySix. It's a good farm once it's built. It was a pain following that video. I I had a lot of issues building it. This is the second farm I tried to build. That's one of the reasons it's the 20th and not like the 16th. And whew, it was a pain to build it and get it like in place and walking and retested and rewalking and retested and rewalking. So I've made a few modifications. I added like a loop down at the bottom to help feed a bone meal dropper chain, and I added some like wings to the sides of it because that makes it so that it actually functions for me. Don't know why it wasn't. Probably did something wrong. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Yeah, I had to add like wings because two of the chains of things just weren't firing for me. Configuration, not configuration. Schematic placements. Configure on. Yeah, this is the bone meal farm. It's can't really see much because I'm standing where it's going to be. But yeah, this is what I'm building now. And I am going to time-lapse it, so I'll see you on the other side. It's been a little bit. I'm gonna kind of drop the whole time thing because I feel like we've kind of ended that segment of this video. Okay, let's turn the schematic off. Everything should be ready. Okay, let's give this a try. That's not working, okay. Okay, it all seems to be in order. Lots of issues. I forgot to waterlog like 2 entire rows of, excuse me, 2 entire rows of, stairs that all needed to be waterlogged. Oh, look. Something's wrong. Okay, there was cobblestone in the machine. Oh, that's not gonna be fun to fix. Oh, and it started popping them. Gonna be honest, every time that it did this in the other world, I had to reset it. Like full reset the farm. Hello, it has been a bit since the last clips of this episode. I have turned on a shader pack. I edited the clouds a little bit so they look good and better in this one. They used to be kind of the weird square ones. Got this all working, so that is good. You've seen that. I built a few flower farms to get all of the flowers for the build. This one is wildflowers and I don't know what kind of flower that's. What kind of flower are you? Alliums. I have roses, cornflowers, and roses, cornflowers. I don't know. What kind of flowers are all of these? Not roses. Poppies, dandelions, cornflowers, oxeye daisies, and azure bluettes. At this one, I have one out in the swamp for orchids, and I have another one for, I believe, both pink and white tulips right over here. It is right there. And I used those to get all of the flowers in. And now it is time to take you around this area and like show everything. Which I like this bridge. This bridge. I like this bridge. Yes. And the cliffs. I like the cliffs. I have done, and you guys are gonna start seeing some of it in the next episode, so much work terraforming in this area in creative, and the pattern and stuff of the cliffs make it look so much better on the creative world. I'm excited to get it into here with all of the stuff. Yeah, massive flowers. All of the trees have string over them, which prevents them from growing. I want to get the banners and signs in this area finished at some point. I've got the big apiary here with more bees than fit in the hives, and those campfires under them, so I can go and collect off of them when I need to. Which I like being surrounded by all of the bees. They're so nice. It's so pretty. So bumbly. I have some beehives in here just for breeding up bees, and then I have a bunch of bees out here so that I can see bees as I'm wandering around. I should probably go through and breed them every once in a while. And apparently this one also has bees in it. I don't know how many of the other ones I have in this little room do. There's a few. Apparently that one does as well. Ooh, I didn't know they had a particle. If I go down here, I have a bee farm with bottles on this side, shields on this side, and a bunch of bees. Then all of the stuff that gets collected from those goes into these two big casks. This one is for honey. This one is for blocks of honey and honey bottles. Go in there. And if I go up through here, I need to get doors. Okay, I don't have... I actually do. I'm gonna craft one really quick. Was brown. There it is. Grab this. Because I forgot a few times. No. There we go. And I don't have axe on me, because of course I don't. So, got the interior to the meadery, and there is no upstairs. But yeah. And then coming out, get this. And I had made thatched roofs. That's gonna be, that and the pale oak are gonna be a whole thing in this area, on all of the houses. Then coming this way, we get more flowers, and there's going to be another bridge over here at some point in the future. But that is it for this episode, and I will see you all next time, when hopefully I have both a little bit more time to get the bulk of the thing I'm trying to do done, and I have, I was going to say something, more time to get this done, and I actually meet whenever I want to get it uploaded. So I will see you next time. Goodbye!